All right, let's waste no time. Let's watch, DMX wife shame him while he in the grave. She mad because she didn't get no money from his estate. She chose to get the divorce. If he have 50,000 kids without on you, it don't really matter because you knew what you signed up for when he became famous. But let's let her cook.
Lose, gain the world and lose his soul. I was like,
is that what you define that happened to him? He lost his soul?
Definitely. Wow. He knew it. He definitely knew it. X was such a brilliant man and he was so connected with God. But you can't have one foot here and you can't have one foot over here. Not with the calling on his life that he did. We all have a calling.
Right.
We all chosen, we all called, but a few of us are chosen for certain things that God is going to put on us to fulfill. And X was one. And he knew his calling. Not all of us know our calling. If we don't dig deep enough, we could live this whole life and not know our calling. And he chose to be over here with the devil and in heaven. And I saw that you cannot play with the devil. He's not powerful. Right. He's only what you give him. And that's what I said. He stepped out. Because I used to try to figure this out. How was such a strong man in God who knew who he was, who knew who God was, fall short like that? But then I found out. It's not like I found out in our marriage. I found out a lot of stuff after. I found out he had a writer because I always traveled with him. He always asked for 2 rooms, one for me and him, and one for his jump offs or whatever he wanted to do with it, because it was all, not only him and the jump offs, it was a whole party. I didn't find that out till after. So you can't play in the devil's playground and then go back over here with God and be like, nah, you can't. There's not so much time God is going to allow to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because as you know, X had a serious platform. He still has a serious platform. And I'm only saying this, and it's not in a negative way. I'm saying this because in our last conversations, X knew that he wasn't doing right. You know what I'm saying? But it was beyond his control. And he could have pulled it in, but God had other plans. Gain the world and lose his soul.
Like I said, this is not coming from a place of love. This is coming from a place of, I told you, you didn't do right by me, and look what happened to you. And this was his best friend. This is his best friend. And yeah, he put her through a lot of hurt. He cheated on her. Obviously, she ain't gonna not bring that up. I don't understand black women's obsession with cheating, but they have an obsession with it. Right? And they cheat the most. Women in general cheat the most. So I don't really understand the obsession with it, but at the same time, that's whatever, let it be. She still hurt. She hurt because she ain't getting no bread. She divorced him. She ain't getting no bread. He took her what he took him through. But at the same time, what do they women expect? This man got all this money. He could pick anybody he want in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect? Y'all get some tax money and y'all leave y'all baby daddy, y'all leave y'all boyfriend. Y'all get a little settlement and y'all dip. You talking about a man who got the world at his hands. You know what I'm saying? He had a drug addiction. He talked about his drug addiction. How one of his big homies slipped him a lace blunt or something like that. And that's how his drug addiction started. He never overcame that battle. When you have a drug addiction when you were a kid or a teenager, that's damn near impossible to shake. And for a proud man, it's hard for them to ask for help. So when you experience that in your teenage years or your younger years, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to shake being an addict. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not justifying what he did or somebody slipped him a Mickey or 51, whatever they call him. But she's sitting here having a victory lap. That's what y'all don't understand. She's sitting here having a victory lap. She wanted to talk about all the pain and the hurt that he put her through. But baby girl, you wouldn't even be where you is without him. He chose you. And I ain't saying what he did was right. But a lot of y'all women, y'all get a couple dollars and y'all do even worse. I don't need you no more, nigga. Woo, 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 woo. So like I said before, this don't sit right with me. Because this is her, babe. This is her. Like I said before, these women really don't fuck with you, dude. Like a lot of times, a lot of these women don't mess with you, bro. You sleeping with the enemy, bro. You sleep with the enemy. This man should be he dead, he gone. Um, she shouldn't be speaking nothing highly of him. Look how your women speak about you when you die or you dead. Look how women speak about their husband when their husband not around, to their homegirls, to other dudes that listening. You want to know why women, cheat as much as they do? Because they just too comfortable running they or get cheated on or cheat more than they do. They too comfortable to running their mouth to anybody that listen. They run their mouth on TikTok. They run their mouth to their homegirls. They run their mouth to other dudes they work with. And you wonder why they be cheating them as much as they do. They always talking about and complaining about their problems. This man is dead. This man is dead. And she shouldn't be having nothing but great things to say about Earl Simmons, DMX. She shouldn't be having nothing but good to say about him. But here she go on this is a therapy for her. This is for all what she really saying. This is all the hurt that you put me through. I'm telling y'all, a lot of y'all been. That's why women tell the people, like, if you don't got no money, a man without money is useless. What you gonna do, a man without? That's all they see you for, is a tool. They just women see us as the opposition. A lot of women see us as the opposition. When you got a man that every other woman want, what come with it. I don't understand why they act like they don't understand what come with it. I get this money, I get this fame. You think I'ma just be having sex with you? And I'm in my prime? Come on. But mothers make all these mistakes, similar mistakes, lose their kid to the system, and they get all the grace in the world. They get all the love in the world, all the forgiveness in the world. But a man, you don't get no forgiveness. And that's why a lot of men live their life the way they live it, because it don't matter. Good father, good man, bad man, it all end up in the end. It all end up being all Jermaine's fault. Real talk. You end up being that's what women don't understand. They be wanting to be the head of the household. They want to wear the pants. They want to be King Dingaling, but they don't want to take the accountability that come with it. Think about it. As a man, when you run a household, you accountable for stuff that you ain't even did. Your children do something outside, they make somebody mad, a man mad. Now how he want to fight me? Your wife is disrespectful to to a dude at the gas station. Now I got to come up there and diffuse it. Everything fall on you. Even things that you didn't have your feet, your hands, your paws, your arms on. Everything fall on you. If your tree fall on the wrong side of the fence line, you financially responsible for that fence line. Everything fall on you. You don't get no grace. It ain't no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get you the shoes, little Johnny. Little Johnny, fuck you. You could get my shoes. You know what I'm saying? Mom don't get the shoes. All right, Mom, we'll figure it out. No, you don't have. That's why a lot of men live their life on their terms, because it don't matter how good of a man you are. They say that ain't good enough. And then you see in the black community, the fucked up behavior, excuse my language, it gets all the attention. So it don't matter how you live your life or how good a man you are. I done seen good men get treated like that. They get left on a sick bed. That's why you see when guys like Corey Holcomb be telling people, oh, you want to keep my kids, turn my kids against me? F them kids, I make some more. That's why a lot of guys had that mindset. A lot of men had the mindset to be great men, to do the right things. But when you got women like this who secretly don't mess with you, who secretly don't like you, who secretly couldn't wait for you to die so I could speak bad on you, that's all this all this is, bro. Somebody that was considered your best friend and they die, you come talking about his shortcomings. Why? We all knew the battles that DMX had. He talked about them openly. And when you hear brothers say, they not our sisters or they are worst enemies, this is what they talking about. Instead of going on that podcast, celebrating that man, and them two brothers on that podcast, they do a good job. But I'll be damned if I let a woman come on a black woman or any woman come on the podcast talking about their dead husband, talking shit about it. I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing no negative, man. You ain't doing. We knew his shortcomings. We don't need to hear it again, man. He gone. He can't defend himself. She bitter because she couldn't get no cash. I'm glad she couldn't get no money. Your worst enemy is a lot of times sleeping in the next to you and sleeping in the same house as you. And I tell this to people all the time. Young people think just because y'all family, that mean y'all on good terms, man. Sometimes your biggest enemy, man. And what that, as I seen an African dude said, his daddy told him something one time. He said, in your house, everybody in your house, your kids, if they your kids, they your blood, except for your wife. Your wife is the only one in your house that's not your kin. Your kids have your blood running through your veins. Your wife is the only one that's not your kin. And that was deep. That was deep. But hey, let me know what y'all think. Hit the link in the description. Join the Patreon. Follow me on there. I'm creating on there. That's the real channel. Go down that. But hey, appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.